like CI/CD pipelines for UiPath deployment using Azure. And today we will be having our day 2, the automation of UiPath process using GitHub Actions. So today's event will be led by Ashwin, and we welcome you all, and thanks for being here. Yeah. So you can see in the screen, we have displayed the QR codes for the Kerala chapter official community group, and as well as this event is co-hosted by the Chennai chapter. We also have the Chennai chapter official community group. So if you haven't even like yet registered or joined the community groups, you can just scan the QR codes from here and just join it. So you can see the full updates, and like we will post an event in the chapter groups, chapter pages, and you can thereby register it and get to know well about the chapter there. And if you wish to start like host an event, or say like be a speaker, or everything, you have like all the things up on here. So feel free to join the community group. So you can quickly scan the QR code.
Scan the QR code and join the WhatsApp groups. So we don't spam anything there. All the content is strictly around any challenges that you might be facing. We want the community to drive the conversations there, and any new events that are happening in and around the city, we post the details about that once the event gets published. Also, lately, what we have also been seeing is when anyone needs help from the community, say it can be we want to conduct a session and we are looking for a speaker, or XYZ college is looking for a speaker to take a session on in XYZ city. So we really leverage these WhatsApp groups to kind of ask for your help, and if and when you can kind of contribute any of those, you can volunteer directly over there as well. So join the group which is the most relevant for you. Don't join all of them. And please feel free to post about anything over there. Some of us post about any job opportunities. If you are looking to expand your team within your organization, you can post it on those as well. So this is only for the Kerala and Chennai. So you do not need to, if you are not from this region, you can skip this step. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So meet our community team. It is Rohit Radhakrishnan, Regional Community Manager, APAC. We have him right now. Let Rohit, few words.
Yeah, so quite excited. Thank you all for joining this sessions. Any of these topics that is given by the community is not something that we are sitting in a room thinking what we should do. It has to come from you. So any requirements, any suggestions that you have on how we can improve your experience in the community, feel free to write to me. You can connect with me on LinkedIn as well. I'm fairly active there, and happy to connect with anyone. If you just want to have a one-on-one call, just feel free to schedule it there. You will find an open link, and I'm happy to connect.
Yeah. Over to Vibho, who is our global community advocacy manager. You can connect him to the LinkedIn profile shown on the QR code. Yeah. So as you all know, this 3-day series is taken over by Jobin, Rahul, and Ashwin, a huge panel of MVPs. Jobin works at Wonderboards as a technical account manager, and Rahul Unikrishnan as an automation specialist at Tech Mahindra, and Ashwin Bhaskar as a senior developer at Millennium. And they will be taking over the session. And today's day 2 will be led by Ashwin Bhaskar. As you all know, that this event is co-hosted with the Chennai chapter. We have Palaniyappan and Lalsa on board as the moderators. Palaniyappan works at Novo Nordisk as solution architect, intelligent automation, and Lalsa as salaries as a senior API developer. And for the organizers, as the lead of Kerala chapter, community chapter, myself, Alan, I work at Noviga Solutions Private Limited as a senior software engineer, and Shan KM, a solution architect in Exponential Digital Solutions Private Limited. You can also, like, if you have any ideas, like, or something which, as Rohit just mentioned, if you have something like to be a host or to volunteer and even or as a speaker, just feel free to reach to any of us, our team. We will be more than happy to help you there. And I guess that's it. We can begin with the day 2 CI/CD pipelines for UiPath process deployment series for GitHub Actions. Over to you, Ashwin. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Alan and Rohit. Hi, everyone. I hope you all are doing great, and thank you so much for joining in this webinar. Now we are on the second day of our CI/CD series, right? Yesterday we learned insights on CI/CD using Azure DevOps from Jobin, and today our topic is creating CI/CD pipeline using GitHub Actions for a UiPath project. Okay. And let's see what our agenda is. We will start with intro to the CI/CD, GitHub, and GitHub Actions. Then we'll discuss what are the core concepts behind GitHub Actions. And next, I will show you how to set up the CI/CD pipeline and deploy a process built in UiPath Studio to the orchestrator. And finally, followed by an interesting quiz and a Q&A session. Okay, that's all about our agenda. And let's see, what is CI/CD? Okay. Actually, CI/CD means its full form is continuous integration and continuous deployment. Okay. It is a modern practice followed in software development for automating and streamlining the process of development, testing, and to until the deployment stage of a particular project. Okay. There are different CI/CD platforms available, such as Jenkins, Azure DevOps, GitLab, GitHub Actions, etc. So based on the organization requirement, we'll be using one of these. Okay. And today we'll be focusing on CI/CD using GitHub Actions. Okay. What is GitHub? So as we know, GitHub is a fundamental tool used in software development domain where it helps in team collaboration, version controls, project management, etc. In UiPath, as most of us know, right, we have a Teams tab which allows us to seamlessly integrate our automation project to Git repositories. I hope most of you have used this Teams tab to integrate your projects to the GitHub repository. Yeah. So next, what is GitHub Actions? GitHub Actions is used to set up CI/CD pipelines. It can be set up for seamless integration and deployment of codes. I mean, it's a feature provided by GitHub for automating different workflows based on the events. So that it helps to automatically build and deploy packages whenever a code change is pushed to the target branch. Okay, that's the basic concept about the GitHub Actions. Next, we can discuss what are the main benefits of these GitHub Actions. In UiPath's point of view, we can leverage this GitHub action for automating the deployment of UiPath process to the orchestrator. So normally, when we are using the UiPath Studio UI, we will be publishing these process using the publish tab, which is available on the Studio, right? So other than that, using the CI/CD pipeline and leveraging the GitHub Actions feature, we can use the same for building the package as well as publishing the same to the orchestrator. Okay, that means validations, workflow analysis, building the nugget package, and finally the deployment of the process with like automatic versioning. So whenever we are pushing a latest code of a existing process now, it has to be like deployed with a new version, right? So using the GitHub Actions itself, there is a feature we can get the next higher version of the process, and the same will be deployed to the orchestrator. Okay, so the versioning is also there, and everything will be automated. Cool, right? So in order to achieve this, we are using the different PowerShell scripts which are available on the UiPath public repositories. Okay, to do this, like GitHub Actions needs to communicate with the UiPath orchestrator account, right? Anyway, it is going to publish a process to our UiPath orchestrator account. So in order to do that, it has to get our secure orchestrator credential and all. Then only it will be able to interact with the orchestrator, right? For that, anyway, these scripts request different credentials such as our API keys, client ID, etc. But as we know, as a best practice, we know it's not recommended to store any credentials directly into any code, right? If it's for a UiPath project, what will be our approach? As you know, we may consider using the credential assets, right? The same way, GitHub comes with a feature called secrets. And the same can be called anywhere inside the GitHub action scripts. Okay, so in case if you need to use any secrets for a GitHub script or workflow for the GitHub actions, we can store the same inside a tab called secrets, which is available in the GitHub, and we can call that anywhere based on our needs. Okay, that's the concept about the scripts. And also in GitHub Actions, there are scripts available not only for building and publishing the nugget package, but also for running test cases, creating like auto pull requests based on our requirement, and managing the assets in our orchestrator, etc. But in our demo, I'll be mainly focusing on two scripts, that is building the package using UiPath pack and deploying the same to orchestrator. And now I believe now you might have many confusions and difficulty to understand what I'm telling, right? But don't worry, you will get more idea when we do the live demo. Also, feel free to ask your questions on the chat as well, so that we can reply on the go. Okay, so feel free to ask your questions on the Q&A. And let's go to the next slide. Okay. What are the core concepts behind these GitHub actions, and what are the main terminologies we are using here? Okay. One is runner VM. As I told, we will be running different PowerShell scripts from GitHub actions whenever a code is pushed to the Git, right? In normal case, when we are using the publish tab in our UiPath Studio, so anyway, we will be accessing the UI, but there will be different codes running in the background on our development machine, right? So there will be running. The same way, in GitHub Actions also, we need a virtual machine to perform these actions. And it's directly available in GitHub. And we can use either Ubuntu, Windows, or Mac-based VMs, which is available in the GitHub itself. Alternatively, like if required, you can use self-hosted runners as well, based on your infra. Okay, that's all about the runner VMs. Next one is workflows. Workflows are nothing but a YAML file we need to store inside the GitHub repository in a predefined folder. Okay, so the predefined folder, in the sense, I will come into that when we are doing the demo, you will get more idea. Anyway, using this only, so based on the content and config inside the YAML file only, the GitHub actions will run. Okay, that's the main concept. And next one is events. In simple words, events are the triggers for starting an action workflow. For example, in our CI/CD case now, the actions for CI/CD has to start when a code is pushed to the GitHub repository, right? So we can call push as an event here. Okay, here push will be the event. Next one is jobs. What are jobs in the point of view from like GitHub actions? whenever a workflow runs, there can be different scripts running inside it, which can be called as jobs. Okay. In our CI/CD, for our action, cleaning the temporary files, building packages, deploy the package are 3 different jobs. Okay. You'll get more idea during the demo. Don't worry about that. And finally, secrets. This one we have already discussed. Secrets are something similar to our UiPath assets, which is used to store the secure credentials in GitHub Action. So what will be the credentials we need to store for this scripts and workflow? We will be storing that in the secrets. That's it. Okay. So meanwhile, if you have any questions, please post that in the chat and we can answer the same as well. And now we can have a live demo. So you'll be getting more idea on these things. Okay. For that, first, let me go to my GitHub account. Okay. So this is my GitHub account. And if you see, I'm switching to the repository. Okay. And currently I'm having only one repository here, that is weather report project. For our demo case, I'm going to create a new repository. Okay. For that, I need to click on new and just provide the repository name. For now, anyway, this is for testing the CI/CD, right? We can put it as CI/CD test. Okay. Now we just need to click on create repository. Done. Now we have created our repository, but it didn't open any branch or something like that, and it doesn't contain any code. Now we need to start a process in UiPath Studio, and the same should be merged to this particular repository, right? That's the thing which we do normally, right? For that, let me open the UiPath Studio. Okay, let me create a new process and CI/CD test. This is the process name I am going to provide and just clicking on create. Okay, now we are in our main, right? Now, the main step which we need to do for the CI/CD setup using GitHub Actions is in our project folder, we have to add a specific folder and few files. Okay, I will show what are those files. Okay. Okay. Here I am having a folder named scripts. Inside that you can see different PowerShell scripts. Okay. These are directly available from the UiPath public repository. And you can see UiPath deploy, UiPath job, run, manage asset, pack, run test, etc. In our demo, as I told, we are going to build the package and deploy the same to the orchestrator. For that, from this, we need only 2 scripts. So those are UiPath deploy and UiPath pack. I'm just copying this. Okay. And I'm going to my project folder. Here, I need to create a folder. Okay. And the name should be scripts. I will tell you why I am naming this as scripts. So if you need, you can provide other names as well. So based on that, there will be some configuration changes in the workflow YAML file also. Okay. So that's the concept. Here, I'm going to paste these 2. Okay. Now, we are having the scripts inside our project folder. Okay. This is my project folder. What is next? we haven't connected our studio to the GitHub repository yet, right? For that, I'm going to connect. Just go to Teams tab and click on Git init. Okay, and this is our project folder, right? Just click on select folder. Okay, now you can see everything here. And finally, first I am going to give the commit message. Okay, just for connecting this with our GitHub repository. Now we are not doing the CI/CD, entire CI/CD. Just going to connect my process with the UiPath, GitHub repository. Okay, just click on commit and push. Okay, now it will be asking for a name and URL. Name can be anything. For now, I am providing it as CI/CD test. So you can provide any name. So based on this name, you can find your like target branch easily if you are working with multiple branches in the same project. Okay. So I'm just providing CI/CD test, and we need to provide the URL here. Okay. So for the URL, I need to go to my GitHub repository, and from here, I am going to copy this HTTP URL. Okay, just copying this, and I can go back to my studio and just paste here. Okay, now we have the repository URL here. Okay, and next click on add. And click on save. Okay, now our repository is added here, and if we click on save, it will be merged to the repository. Our code will be available there as well. That's the concept. Okay, now if you are going to the repository, let me refresh this one, and you can see main. So our main branch is merged to this repository, and it is available here. Normally, in our enterprise case and all, right, the main branch will be directly linked to the production orchestrator, right? So anyway, in our concept, I'm going to publish my process to a development environment, okay, my development orchestrator. And for that, anyway, I'm not going to deal with the main branch. For that, I'm going to create a dev branch separately, okay? For that, let me click here and just type the branch name. Let me name it as dev/CI/CD test. Okay, dev/CI/CD test is my branch name. Okay, let me click here on create branch. Okay, now we have my branch also here. We are having main. In main, we are having the code, and in dev/CI/CD test also we are having the same. Okay, including our scripts which we have added. Okay, now in order to implement the CI/CD, anyway, when we are pushing some code change to this particular repository, GitHub has to identify there is a workflow I have to start. There is an action I have to start for building the package and deploying the same to orchestrator, right? For that, as I told earlier, the workflow should be stored inside a predefined folder. So there's a general folder which we are following for storing the GitHub actions. Okay. And in order to create that, I will tell you the steps. Before that, let me show you what is that workflow file which we are using and what is the concept behind that. Okay. For that, once again, let me go to my YAML file. Okay. So this is the file which we are going to store inside that particular GitHub branch in order to trigger the workflow. Okay. If you see, this is a file with YAML format. That is a coming with .yml with the extension. Okay. We need to store this file inside that like directory. So that's the concept. And if you see here, you can see a lot of things. Okay. So if you are a beginner and seeing this, you may get confused and you will get some difficulty to understand this. Anyway, let me just collapse these things and I will try to explain each thing separately. Maybe you will get some more idea on the same. Okay. If you see on the top, you can see name. What is the name? Development workflow. Okay. So development workflow is the name for this particular action which
Ashwin, sorry
needs
to
to run.
interrupt. We lost audio.
Oh, okay. How about now, Jobin?
Yeah, now it's perfect. Thank you.
Oh, okay, okay. So I will just start with this one again. So for this one, you can see there is a name provided like development workflow. Okay. Anyway, whatever be the name which we are providing here, it will be showing in the GitHub Actions. Okay. So currently I have named it as development workflow. That's just for letting us know, and we will be getting understood like the target workflow is the one which ran in the actions. Okay. And next you can see on push. Okay. On push means here we are defining the events. Okay. Now, if I'm like on push to branches. Okay. So it will be triggering this particular workflow whenever a push is happened to some branch. And which is the branch? Can get that here. See, dev/CI/CD test. Okay. This is my branch name. Okay. So dev/CI/CD test. Let's confirm. Is this the same which we have created now? CI/CD test. Okay, this is the same. Okay, now we have provided like whenever there is a new push happening to this branch, this particular workflow should run. Okay, that's what here. Jobin, is everything fine now? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Okay. And next is environment. Okay. Let me close this one and open. Okay. This is environment. Okay. It is like, as I told earlier, we have to pass different values related to our orchestrator environment and all to this GitHub action, right? Then only it can be able to communicate with our orchestrator whenever we are pushing something to Git, right? So now, as we have provided here, replace with your orchestrator values. Okay. Now we need to provide the project name. That's the first thing. So I have already provided CI/CD test is our project name. Okay. Next is orchestrator folder. Okay. I will just show you my orchestrator. And I have already created a folder called CI/CD dev here. Okay. And it doesn't have any process inside. Okay. So when we are pushing through our CI/CD only, we'll be having some process to be available here. Okay. Now I have provided this folder name as well. Okay. So CI/CD dev is my folder name. Next is orchestrator URL. Okay. Now we haven't provided any URL here. That needs to be provided. For the orchestrator URL, we need to provide the general UiPath cloud URL only. That is http cloud.uipath.com. Okay. I'm just providing this here. So replacing this with our normal cloud URL. Okay. And next is orchestrator tenant. For this one, we need to provide our tenant name. And after that, we need to provide the client ID, user key, account name, and a CLI URL. Okay, I will tell what's that. To get the orchestrator tenant name and all these things like client ID, user key, and account name, we need to go to our orchestrator. And from this tenant, we need to go to the user icon. From here, you can click on preferences. Okay. Just click on the preferences. Fine. So in the preferences, you can see privacy and security. So I'm just clicking here. And you can see the tenant name is default tenant and service orchestrator, and all the API access details will be available on this link. Okay. You can see the user key, organization ID, and tenant name and client ID. Okay. So what and all we need here in our workflow. First one is the tenant name, right? So I can just copy that from here. This is my tenant name. Okay, this is copied. Okay, default tenant I have put. Next one is the client ID user key. You can see here we have provided like secrets.orchestrator client ID dev, right? So that means we are going to store that in the GitHub action secrets, and from there we are going to call the same. Anyway, we are not going to store these credentials inside this particular YAML file. Okay. So we can go to that. Before that, let me fill this orchestrator account name as well. The orchestrator account name, in the sense, you can get that from here, the organization ID. Okay. Just copy that. Fine. Now we need to set up our client ID and user key in the secrets tab. Okay. For that, let's go to the GitHub. Okay. And here, just go back to our repository. This is our repository, and click on settings. Okay. On the right, you can see the settings. In the settings tab, if you go down in the security, you can see secrets and variables. Okay. And inside this one, you can see actions. Just clicking on actions and going to create some repository secrets. In our case, we have to create 2 repository secrets, right? I'm going to create those. Just click on new repository secret and provide the name and the value. Okay. So what's our first secret? That is orchestrator client ID dev, right? This one I need to copy. So for your understanding, this is how we are calling, okay, any secrets. We have to provide like this, and inside that secrets dot our secrets name. So that's the method which we need to follow in order to get the secrets. Okay. I have just copied this. And now we need to paste it here. This is orchestrator client ID dev, right? Anyway, we need the client ID. From where we can get the same? From our orchestrator client ID. Okay, the same I'm copying, going back to Git and pasting it here. Okay. Next, we can click on add secret. Now we have added the same, and next we need to create one more secret, right? For that, we need to click on new repository secret again and provide the name. What's the name? Orchestrator user key. This one I am copying. Okay. And the value. User key. I think you are clear until this part. Just click on add secret. Okay. Now we have like 2 secrets available here in our repository. Okay. Okay. Now what is next? We need to add few more things, right? Here you can see the client URL. Sorry, CLI URL. CLI URL in the sense, Anyway, in order to create the UiPath package, okay, we need the UiPath CLI file available, right? Using the CLI file only from Studio itself, it will be creating the packages. Okay, that's the concept. For that, in our scenario, we will be downloading the UiPath CLI each time when we run this workflow to our target VM where we are running this particular workflow. We will be downloading that file to a particular drive. From there, we will be installing that. I mean, everything will be happening in the background, like in our script. Okay. So after that, using that only, it will be developing the package. Okay. For that, we need to provide the CLI URL here. From where you can get that, I'll just show you. So for that, you can get that from the UiPath official repository. Okay, this is the repository. Just opening that one. It's okay. Okay, so this is the repository which we need to download the CLI. If you want to download the UiPath CLI means just type UiPath in the filter. Okay, UiPath.cli. So it will be displayed here. Currently, you can see two CLI files available. One is UiPath.cli. Next one is UiPath CLI Windows. Okay, what does that mean? Currently, anyway, we are using the Windows compatibility projects, right? For that, we have to use the UiPath CLI Windows. Okay, let me just click on this UiPath.cli.windows. And if you want to like get the link, you don't need to download it. Just click on this particular three dots, and from here you can copy. So you will get the link, and the same link I have provided here as well. Okay. Now we have the UiPath CLI downloadable link inside our YAML file. I hope this is clear. Next, we can go to the next part, that is jobs. Okay, in jobs, so all these things are jobs. I have told earlier, right? So whatever be the different workflow we are executing in this particular YAML, so those are called jobs. In our case, print details, cleaner, build UiPath nugget package, publish UiPath nugget package. All these are jobs. Now I am going to open this print details. Okay. If you see here, you can see this is print details and it runs on Ubuntu latest. Now we have defined Ubuntu latest as the environment which we are going to run for printing the details. Okay. And next you can see different things. These are nothing but different GitHub workspace values which we are going to print in order to make sure everything is working as expected. The working repository, and the event name, and which is the workspace. Every data will be just printed before we start the job. Okay, that's it. That's what we are doing in the print details area. Okay. Next, we are having a cleaner. It is also running on Ubuntu latest, and you can see it is like anyway in your GitHub workspace there can be different temporary files available before we start our workflow to run, right? Anyway, we are going to clean all these things, all the temporary files, and we are going to start it as a fresh. Okay, that's the concept, and we'll be using the cleaner here. Okay, this is the area where we are calling the cleaner. Let me close this one. Again, we are having two, our main part. One is build UiPath nugget package, and next one is publish UiPath nugget package. Okay, let's go to the build UiPath nugget package area. In this one, so you can see what is the prerequisites to start this one. Needs is cleaner. If the cleaner has run successfully, it will be starting, and it is going to run on Windows latest. Anyway, we will be running the UiPath based things, all things in the Windows, right? For that, we are using Windows latest only for running this particular script. Okay. Now, if you see, you can see different things here. For running this particular action, we are calling an action which is already available from the Git. That is action/checkout for checking out. Okay. So we are calling the same here checkout at v2. And next we are going to run our script. So as you have noticed, we have stored that script in our like project folder, right? Two scripts. One is for the build package and next one is for deploying the same to orchestrator. Anyway, now we are going to run the build package. Okay, that's the job which we have opened, right? So we are going to build the Nugget package. Here it is asking shell. Now we are using the PowerShell script in order to do that. So that we have provided PowerShell. And what is next? Run. It is going to run a script from the GitHub workspace. Currently, GitHub workspace in the sense our like target branch. Okay. From there, it is going to call a script from the directory scripts/UiPath pack.ps1. Okay. Now you should be able to understand why I have provided that particular name while creating that folder as well in my project folder. So whatever be the folder we are providing there, the same name should be available here as well. Then only it will be able to pick that. Okay. That's the concept. And also it is passing different values which you have defined above in that first step, right? The same things it is passing to the particular script as well. That's happening here. Next one is upload UiPath artifacts. If you have joined yesterday's session, so you might have more idea on these artifacts. Artifacts means that is the output getting from a particular job after it's run, right? So now we are building the package. So once the package is built, anyway, we are going to get one output. What is that? That is our Nugget package, right? That Nugget package we are going to upload. Okay, we are going to upload that to a particular directory. And we need to use the same. Where we need to use that to publish the UiPath Nugget package. Anyway, we need to use that, right? So for it to be used by different like job, we need to upload the same as an artifact, and it can be called for the next job as well. Okay. That's the concept. Let me close this Nugget package part. And finally, we are having publish UiPath Nugget package, right? So publish Nugget package. Here, what is the prerequisites? Build UiPath Nugget package. Once this is run, it will be coming to the UiPath like publish part, okay? And it will be also running on Windows latest. And here you can see here it requires the artifact, okay? So first it will be getting that artifact using the download syntax, okay? This is the syntax available from GitHub itself. So it will be downloading that particular artifact. So first it will be downloading our UiPath Nugget packages location to this particular script. And from here, using this, it will be uploading that to our orchestrator. Okay. Here also, we are using the PowerShell script. And you can see, it's also going to run something. What is that? Scripts UiPath deploy.ps1, which we have inside our project scripts folder. Okay. So we are just calling both of these. For building, we are calling the UiPath build, and we are UiPath pack. And also for deployment, we are calling UiPath deploy.ps1. This is also a PowerShell script. Okay, so that is the main concept behind these things. So I think now you got more some more idea about how this YAML file is going to work. And so if you spend some more time, so when we are investigating these things, no, so if you are going through each line, you will be getting more idea on how to do these things. Okay. So for the first look, it may be you may feel it as a difficult thing, but it's not like that in the real case. Okay. So now we have everything here. Let me just confirm. Okay. We are having everything. And next, we need to copy this one. And we have to paste that in a general directory, which I have told earlier, right? So we are going to that directory now. For that, I am going to 1 second. Yeah. Now I am in my dev/CI/CD test branch, and here we need to create a we need to add the file in the like general directory. So I will just show you what is that general format and all. Okay, just click on add file and create new file. Okay, so in our main directory, so first GitHub will look for is there any folder with the name .github. Okay, and inside that we have to create one more folder with the name workflows. Okay, now I have clicked provided workflows. Now GitHub will understand, okay, there is a workflow I need to take care of. I have to start some action. Okay, that is the concept here. So this is the general format which we need to follow to store the YAML file. Okay, so inside .github/workflows, and again provide a slash and provide a name. For now, I am providing it as deploy.yml. This extension is important. We have to provide it as YML itself. Okay, then only it will trigger. Okay, and now I am going to paste all the things I have copied from this particular YAML file. The same thing we are going to paste here. Okay, if you see, you can see everything. Everything is added here, right? Okay, I think we are good on this. And after this, I need to click on commit changes. If needed, we can provide a description, or you can just click on commit changes. Okay. Now, if you see, we are having the .github/workflows in this particular branch. And if I'm opening this, you can see the workflow file as well. Okay. Inside this workflow. Now we need to pull this particular files, whichever is available on the particular branch, to our UiPath Studio again in order to get this .github/workflows there. Okay. So for that, currently I am in my main branch, right? Now I need to switch to the one second dev branch. For that, I think I need to refresh this one. Okay, after refreshing, you might see CI/CD test dev/CI/CD test. Okay, so CI/CD test in the sense while we are doing that initial commit, right? That time I have provided the name as CI/CD test. So whatever be the name you have provided, that will be coming here. And after that, our branch name. So I am choosing this one. And now I need to full rebase, whatever is there available inside that GitHub branch, we need to call that our project folder as well. For that, just right click on this particular project name and full rebase. If you see now, we don't have that .github is already available here, which I have created recently. Okay, one second. Okay, now I'm going to pull rebase. Okay. Okay. Now, whatever is there in our studio, as well as whatever is there in the UiPath, that GitHub branch, right? Both are same. Okay. Now, if we are pushing some new changes to this particular branch, anyway, we are having our .github workflows and YAML file available there, and we are having the scripts available in our project folder. And if we are pushing something new to this particular branch, our CI/CD should be triggered, and it should be able to publish the same that particular process to the orchestrator by creating that nugget package. Okay. So let's try that. In order to do that, I'm going to add a slight change to this particular process. Anyway, we are not going to do any advanced things in this particular process. This is for testing the CI/CD, right? I'm just providing one log message. Hey. Hello. Okay. So this is the one what I am going to push. since we have some update to our project, there will be a pencil icon available here. So once we are pushing the same, okay, once we are pushing the same to this particular branch, our workflow should be triggered. Okay, that's our it. Now I am going to commit the changes. Okay, the commit message I am providing as added log message, and just click on commit and push. Okay, now it has pushed, right? Let me go back. Okay, it has pushed. And now if we are going to actions, there should be some jobs running. Let's see that. See, one job has just started, that is added log message. When I have added the log message, it has started this action. And let's wait for it to run. And if you need to go in detail from the actions tab, you can just click on this particular like link, then it will be opening. Now, as I discussed earlier, you can see the name also, which we have provided on top of the YAML file. So whatever you are providing there, it will be showing. Okay. So I'm just opening this one. And if you see, the cleaner has already completed and print details also completed. Now it is trying to build the UiPath Nugget package. Let's wait for it to run. It is trying to build the Nugget package. Yeah, the build package part is completed. Okay. And if you need to go in detail, if you need to see the logs for this particular job, just click on this one and you can see everything. Okay. And every logs which is written from the script will be available here. You can see now the publish UiPath Nugget package is running. Just downloaded the UiPath artifacts. It is deploying the package. And this is also completed. Now, if we are going back to our orchestrator, let's see. I'm going to the CI/CD dev, and you can see a new process added here, right? We open this one, and the process name is CI/CD test with a version. Okay. So if we are pushing again to the same process now, it will be coming with the latest version number, which is higher than the current one. Okay. That's the concept which we are getting here. Okay. So it will be added with a new version number. That's it. And this is just a demo on how to set up a basic CI/CD pipeline using GitHub Actions. And if required, you can do more advancements to this by using different scripts such as running the test cases, managing assets, etc. And also you can customize the YAML file. So I have explained the YAML file, right? Based on that, you can customize based on your like actual requirement. Okay, that is also possible. Okay, I hope you are clear about this one. Let me go back to the presentation. And this is time for the quiz, and over to Palani. Please stop sharing.
Yeah. Thanks, Ashwin. We'll have a quiz now. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, yes, you are.
Can someone confirm? Yeah, okay. So let's have a quick quiz that you can use your mobiles, and then we'll share a screen, and then there will be a QR code. Maybe let me just quickly share my screen. Yeah. So I hope you can see my screen. Is it visible, Ashwin?
Not yet, Palani, it's coming. Yeah, it is
Yeah,
fine.
1 second. Okay. So you can use your mobile and then scan this QR, or you can open this website and then you can use this URL and then type this code so that it will enable you to log in there. 1 second. It's loading. Maybe Ashwin, if you can address the questions we have, I can get this quiz ready meantime.
Yeah. Actually, one specific question is people are asking for the
Yeah.
deploy YAML file and that PowerShell script. Could you
Yeah,
please
okay.
summarize?
Yeah, for the same, they need a link, right? So I can paste that in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, if you have some other questions, please ask in the chat.
Yeah, you can put it in the chat, or better, you can unmute yourself and then ask the queries. Meantime, this gets loaded. I think loaded, but if you have any questions, let's get the address first, and then we can wind up this question. Then maybe you can unmute yourself and you can ask any. Right.
Hi there. Just a quick
Another
question on the GitHub Actions.
Yeah, Pranav.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Is this a feature that is open and free, or is it something that is related to GitHub Enterprise users, or should you have some kind of a premium version of GitHub or subscription for this?
So the current one which I have shown you, right? This is my like personal GitHub account I have created using my normal email ID, and I have been using the same for last 2 to 3 years. So you should be able to do the same without the purchase as well, I believe.
Okay.
And regarding the VM, so I need to check whether we need to pay something for using the VMs available from the GitHub. I'm not sure. Maybe I will just check that and I will let you know. You can connect with me on LinkedIn if you need more data on the same. Shobhi, you
Yeah.
have any insights on that?
Yeah, I would like to add some more thing. So yes, GitHub having some dedicated virtual machines. Technically, they call that build surveys. But when you are doing this from on a enterprise standpoint, your code will be residing under that service, right? That could be a problem. So most of the organization will look for their own build machines. So on that case, you can integrate that server into GitHub and make use of it. So if you had, I'm not sure whether you attended yesterday's event. So we was talking about how we can create agents on the dedicated machine. So most of the organization will go with that approach to prevent a data leak kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right. I think we have got 16 responses. Are people still finding any challenges to scan this up, or if you're good, then you can give a thumbs up so that we ensure that everyone is there. Yeah. Okay. Is there any other query in the chat? I think one got addressed by Rahul himself. All right. So let's get started.
No questions for me. I'll be waiting.
Okay, perfect. Let's get started then. So we'll go for the first question. I don't know. Apologies for the delay in it. Okay. Just starting. Go for the first question now. Okay. So what does CI/CD stands in the context of software development? You have 15 seconds. Oh, nice. Cool. Okay. Continuous integration and continuous development. That's the right answer. And let's see who is on the top of the leaderboard. So the person who comes at the top will collect the email ID, and then Alan from it was the Kerala chapter will be sending you the goodies for the top person on the leaderboard. Yeah. So Shaniba, yeah, you're in leading. Sheriff, not much of difference. There's just 4 points. Let's see. We'll go for the next one. All right. In GitHub Actions, what is the purpose of a workflow file? Good. So the right answer is configuring actions. Good. Let's see the leaderboard. Nice. There are some changes on the leaderboard. Sheriff has gone to the top position, and then I could see some Elmo, the second place. Okay. We have still 3 more questions. Let's see how it goes. Here you go, the third question. What is a job in the context of GitHub Actions? Oh, nice. So it's actually a unit of work and a workflow. Great. We got a good response. Let's see who's leading now. Okay. Murad. Who's Murad? I think it's the auto generated name, I guess. Or fine. So, okay. So many changes. I appreciate the momentum. Let's see. Let's go for the fourth question now. Which feature is commonly used to store credentials securely in GitHub Actions? Okay, let's see. Wow. Okay, I think good. Secrets. Let's see the leaderboard now. Oh, so many close calls. Neha, you're leading now. This is the final question that we are going to see. So uh, keep your phones ready, and then let's go for the fifth one and the final one. How can you view the logs and details of a specific job in a completed GitHub Actions workflow run for a UiPath process? Right. Yeah, it's accessing the job details, you know. All right, let's see who's the winner for today's quiz. Oh, Murat. Congrats, Murat. Maybe I would appreciate if you can share your email ID in the chat so that I can forward that to Alan and then he can send you the goodies. Yeah.
Sure. Thanks.
Congrats, Murat.
Congrats again. And yep, so I think we're good. I'll just stop sharing the screen. If there is no questions, I would appreciate if we can turn on the camera. If your people are comfortable, we'll take a quick click and then we'll wind up for the day. Hey, hi Gokul.
Hey, hi Google.
Hi, Rasmi.
Hi Utpal.
Hi.
Hi, Upal. Hi, Murat. So the winner is here.
Hey August. Hey, hi Sharif. Hi Shanif.
Hey, hi, Sharif. Hi, Shanif.
Hi, August. Hi, Shani.
Sharif, you keep changing your background. Huh? Nice. Okay, let's take a quick pick.
Let's wait for a few more minutes, Upal. I think
Sure.
people are getting prepared for the
Okay.
food.
Okay. We'll take another minute. Yeah, sure. Hey, hi Neha. All right. Are we good to go now? Yeah. Ready? Hey, hi Santosh.
Hi.
Yeah. Nice. Thanks for joining. And I'll just quickly share the link for tomorrow's session. If you haven't registered yet, you can. And if you are looking for the previous day, I mean yesterday's session from Jobin, if you're looking for the recording, you can look with this link. You can copy this link for your praise, and you can register for tomorrow's event. And that's again will be taken by Rahul, I guess, tomorrow, right? Yeah. So
Yes.
we'll meet you all tomorrow. And thanks for joining today. Yeah.
Thank
See
you,
ya.
everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.